Welcome back to Lens Dynamics. So today we are back with another coffee tasting. So we're going to do a comparison of two coffees from two estates. One is Araku and one is Third Wave. So the main reason for doing this is to sample Araku. I will talk about it more in a bit, but as of now, let me get started with the brew because the brew time for this French press is around 4 minutes. So I'll just set that for brewing and then I'll talk to you about the other stuff. So I'll just check the time. So we'll set this aside and I'll just talk about Araku. So I had a chance to visit Araku Coffee, the outlet at Bangalore yesterday, and I was really impressed with the way they present coffee in terms of different brews, in terms of different methods, and it's like a coffee experience in itself. So I picked up a Microclimate pocket brew. It's essentially a manual brew method in which you can enjoy, and I thought I'll pick that up as it will be easy to make at home. So let's just see what's inside. So this has flavor notes of strawberries, grapes, cocoa, olives, dried cherries and honey. That's a lot, but we'll just sample it if we actually get those notes or not. So coffee tasting is really subjective. I mean, you should not really think of the flavor notes that you should be getting. Instead, just try to enjoy the flavor and aroma. So what I'm going to do is pull this apart. And I have a cup here, so I don't think this will fit in here, so let's try to do this in a cup. And I'm going to pour it little by little, so I'll just time it as well. So as with all the coffee tasting, we have a few accompaniments here. So with you always need to sample the coffee with some flavors. Like if your coffee note is on the chocolatey side, you might go with chocolates, of course, and then you can go with some cakes and desserts also, which are of the fruity profile. So I've got here a mix of nuts and some Indian chocolate. So I think it's a time for second pour. I have taken here an Indian chocolate from Coorg. It's from Money. So this is an orange chocolate. So it might go well with this fruity profile of the coffees that we have here. I think it's time for another pour. I think there's 1 more minute to go for the French press to get done. I'm just checking how much coffee do we have here. So I would say it's a really good method if you don't want to try out, like if you are traveling or if you don't have time or space to handle heavy equipment like a French press or a pour over method, so it's a really quick and easy method to enjoy fresh brewed coffee at home. And I've tried that a few different brands when I travel, so I would say Araku also, it's a good method to try it out if you want to just start with Araku. I'm just checking the time. So yeah, the French press time is done, so we'll just I'll just take some French press. And as always, I'll just clean my palette a bit. It's a very bright coffee. It's an everyday kind of a drink. The Baarbara estate, you get nice notes of chocolate, some fruits. You get a bit of spice as well. So I think these are grown in the spice estates of Chikmagalur. So you get a bit of pepper, you get some strong flavors like cinnamon and pepper as well. So I'll just sample that with this chocolate. So I get a really rounded flavor of the coffee with the chocolate. It's really going well. So what I'll try to do is keep this aside, and I'll just try out the Araku Microclimate. So I'm getting a very good kind of a darker note, like it's not very fruity from the smell. It's very bright on the palate. I can feel it towards the front side of the tongue. It's very bright. There's a lot of sweetness. I'm getting a lot of citrusy and tangy notes. Yeah, I think it's more on the acidic side, but with the coffees that are bright, like on the higher acidity side, what tends to happen is you get to explore more notes as you drink them. So I would say it's a very drinkable coffee. It's quite nice. I think when you're on the move to try something Indian, it's definitely very unique. So I think, yeah, that's about it. This is Araku Microclimate Medium Roast. Quite a nice and bright cup. Just for the sake of comparison, I would say it's more brighter than Third Wave. The coffee feels more fresh. Might be partially due to the fact that I had bought this earlier and this is fresh, but still I would say Araku is a finer blend. The flavor notes are really better in this one. So yeah, thank you for watching, and this has been a coffee tasting of Araku Coffee Microclimate Pocket Brew with the Third Wave pour over. Thank you.